If you want to see what's new in the latest version of Adobe Lightroom Classic, that is version 15, I'm gonna tell you exactly what is new and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. I am more a Photoshop kind of guy, but I know Lightroom is also pretty popular. So let's go right into Lightroom and let me show you the new features. All right, the first new feature that is available, that is assisted culling. And I think this is the feature that Lightroom is mostly proud of. They think this is really cool. So let's have a look at it. So when I go into Lightroom Classic, you can see we have here assistant culling. So when we click on assistant culling, we can now organize our photos. Let's say, for instance, I want to select all the subjects that are in focus. I have a slider here. I can move it from left to right. And you can see these check marks here and these X's. That means that it's going to select the most sharpest photos here. You can see there are not so many sharpest photos because I moved the slider all the way to the right. If I move it a little bit to the left, you can see they start to select some photos. And this is probably great if you want to have a selection of the sharpest photos you got and maybe the less sharpest photos. And that way you can really filter out the ones you don't need. Now, the other cool thing about this is if you want to find all the photos with the sharpest eye focus, you can click on eye focus. Let me disable subject focus. And here it's going to select all the sharpest eye focus. Again, we have this slider. We can move it from left to right. You can see these photos don't have the sharpest eye focus. When I move this a little bit to the left, it's going to search for less sharper focus and we can see we have more selections. Now, there are some more options here like reject photos without people's eyes, or you can also click on eyes open. I think this is a great feature for event photography, but for landscape photography, this is probably not so useful. Maybe in the future, but right now, I don't think it's really useful. Maybe wildlife photography to filter out the most sharpest animals, but for now, I think it's more for people in photos. Now that brings us to the next feature, and that is stacking. You can now stack your images based on time and visual similarity. So when I go back into Lightroom Classic, we have stacking. If I click on auto stack, I can select stack by capture time or stack by visual similarity. So let's click on that one. And then we can also move this slider from left to right. And you can see it starts to stack up these photos. You can see how much photos are in this stack. And if you move it even more to the left, it's gonna stack them more together. The next new feature, and I think this one is pretty cool, that is the point color variance. With this one, you can really fine tune a color in your image. This feature is available in global adjustments and also in masking. So where I want to go is I want to go to masking, and then I will select people, person 1, and I want to select the facial skin and the body skin. And then I will create a mask. And in point color, I'm gonna select this sample point color and I will click on the skin tones. And then when we move down here, we can see we can change these skin tones and you can see these overall skin tones are changing. And that way we can have less contrast on the skin or more. I would move this a little bit to the left to get less contrast on the skin tones. But you can also use this feature on another photo like wildlife photography. Let's go back into Lightroom and here I have a photo of a deer. And when I go to the masking, I'm gonna select subject and then I'm gonna click on point color and I will select, for instance, the fur. When I move down here, I can change this fur. So let's say I wanna have more contrast on the fur. I can increase this here. I can increase the luminance here. I can change this one and I can really fine tune the fur to my liking. You can also change the range. So this is pretty cool to get some really nice fur on your wildlife photos. The next new feature is the dust removal. This was already available in Camera Raw, but it's now available in Lightroom Classic. So let's go into Lightroom Classic. And if I go to develop and go to the remove, I have dust here. So let's click on dust. In the distraction removal, we have dust. And you can see this photo has some dust here. We can now simply remove it by applying the dust removal. And now it's gonna automatically remove the dust. So it's basically gonna select all the dust in your photo to get rid of it. The next new feature, that is the improved landscape masking. We can now select snow from our photo. So when I go back into Lightroom, I'm gonna go to mask. And if we click on landscape, it's gonna detect landscape features. And now we also have snow here. And you can see it selects the snow a little bit so we can mask out the snow, but it's not perfect yet. I still see some snow there and there. So probably on some photos it would work, but you might have to add this manually to get a better result. But I think for many photos, this will work great. And once you have that mask of your snow, just create a mask and you can change that snow. We also have an improvement on detect objects. So if you want to detect an object to remove it from your photo, it's also gonna select the shadows and reflections of that object. So if you go back into Lightroom and I'm gonna go into the remove section. You can see we have here detect objects, and this is improved. It now also selects shadows and reflections. So let's say, for instance, I'm gonna click on this one and I wanna make sure I wanna remove this boat. So if I make a selection of this, you can see it also selects the reflection here. And then we click on remove and it's gonna remove this boat from this image. Another new feature is there are some new presets available. So when I go back into Lightroom, when I go into presets, we can see we have different adaptive landscape presets. We can hover over these and then you can see what it does to your image. And if you like one of these, just click on them and it's gonna apply to your photo. If you like to crop your image, we can now zoom while cropping our images. So here into Lightroom, if we're gonna go in the crop section, we can use the navigator to zoom in and out while cropping. I like to use Command and the plus brackets and minus brackets, or Control on Windows. So you can really zoom in on your image, and if you hold down space, you can move this around and then you can crop it how you want to. So let's say I want to crop the face here. I will move this around like that. Then if I hold Command and minus, I can zoom out and I can crop it like that, for instance. I can zoom in again with Command plus, or if you go to view, you can also zoom in and then we can really make a perfect crop. Another new update is the precise HDR headroom control. So you can quickly adjust HDR headroom with the HDR limit slider. So this is great when you edit for high dynamic range devices. This slider is replaced with a more precise slider now. So when we go into Lightroom, let's go to HDR, and here we have the HDR limit. Now, if I hold down Shift and double click on this one, it's gonna limit it to my system. But for most machines nowadays, 2.3 is the one you want to use. There's also a refined edit capture time now. So if I go into Lightroom again and I wanna go to metadata, edit capture time, here we can now set it to a capture time in milliseconds. So this is great if you want to sync out files taken on different cameras. There are a couple more new features, like videos and slideshows can be exported to 4K. This was 90/20 before. Lightroom also added some new camera models and lens profiles. I will put a link in the description of the video so you can see all the new updates, but I think these are the most important ones. If you want to see what's new in the latest version of Photoshop, that is 2026 version 27, make sure to check out this video where I show you all the new features in Photoshop. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and catch you on the next one.